Welcome to the Tom Driver Show. Pat O'Melia here. You concerned resident there. That's why I did the show, because you're concerned. And you want to be entertained. I try to entertain you, inform you, keep you up to date on things. Got my cold coffee. I'm set to go. My ongoing commitment to promoting businesses here on Tom's River, in particular on Route 37. I've been trying to patronize as many as I can when I'm down here in Tom's River, Seaside Heights, working in the studio here or my kid's house. This week, I had stopped at the Couple House on Route 37. It's a new sub shop, but it's more than a sub shop. It also has a nice breakfast menu. And over the weekend, I built a picnic table setup for my daughter's summer rental in Seaside Heights. Actually, I probably should put a little commercial together and see if we can rent it for the kids. It was a 6.5-foot picnic table made of 2x4s. There was a bench I made, there was a love seat I made, and a chair I made, all weather treated, ground contact 2x4s, because you need that in Seaside Heights. And also you want some weather, because it gets pretty windy down here in Seaside Heights. So you want some weight, rather, so these things don't blow around. So while I was down, we had subs at the Couple House. They were quite good. And then on Sunday, I was still here on Easter, and I was not done building the picnic. You probably should have somebody to help you build these things, because they're pretty heavy. We had breakfast there. We got takeout. It was really good, so I'm highly recommending the Couple House on Route 37 East in Tom's River. Good place. Today, our stories are going to be, our topics are the Blue Line story on Hooper Avenue. This thing, Hollywood couldn't write it better. PR battle lines are drawn for the GOP ward election. We're going to talk about some car dealerships I interacted with recently. And quick hits. You're watching the Tom's River Show? I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, located right off of NJ 440 North. Across the Hudson Mall is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Check out Ford's latest models like the 2020 Ford Fusion with its stylish looks and hybrid options, or the unparalleled high-performance 2020 Ford Mustang. The 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor is ready for those rugged off-road terrains with trail control. Need a mid-sized truck for your towing and hauling? The 2020 Ford Ranger will deliver. The 2020 Ford Escape is a luxury SUV that was made for comfort and adventure on the go. Returning is Ford's legendary Bronco, which takes you back to the true meaning of off-roading. They are now available for pre-order in our showroom or on our website. Let us help you find your next vehicle. Stevens Jersey City Ford, 201-432-7272.
Cutting-edge surgical care is right here in Secaucus.
Robotic surgery is safer.
Shorter hospital stays.
Smaller abdominal incisions, the size of an M&M. Here at Hudson Regional, we provide world-class robotic surgical care.
Welcome back, Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Now, I'm sure you followed this story. You read it in the Asbury Park Press or on the blogs or the Shore News Network. There was a blue line painted down Hooper Avenue. If you recall, Sheriff Mastronardi, Mike wanted to have a blue line painted down Hooper Avenue between the two yellow lines to honor law enforcement. Who's got a problem with law enforcement? We should all honor law enforcement as often as possible. The Ocean County Commissioners rejected that, and with some real BS excuses here. There was insurance liability. Maybe somebody trips over the blue line. Like I said last week, because this is an ongoing story, it's okay you can paint a green line down the street. It's okay you can paint huge yellow letters in streets. You can put bike lanes in the streets. But God forbid you paint a blue line honoring your own law enforcement. But that's your Ocean County Commissioners. But it was amazing, the Ocean County Commissioners, when the blue line was painted, they couldn't move fast enough to remove that blue line. But here's what we got. So after the Ocean County Commissioners rejected Sheriff Mastronardi's request, someone overnight painted a blue line down Hooper Avenue. Some pro-law enforcement person, I would guess. Well, maybe not. Well, probably interacts with law enforcement quite a bit. And like I said, the line was painted, and the Ocean County Commissioners removed rapid speed to get that done, try to get a pothole or something fixed. That's a whole nother story. But it turns out the perpetrator who painted this blue line had a very busy night, which all went unnoticed, by the way. Turns out the perp had to steal a truck. He had a truck at one time. It was impounded for whatever reason, a boom truck. It had been impounded for 313 days. He managed to get into the impound yard and steal back his truck and drive it through the gates. Again, 313 days, the truck started. Amazing, yeah. I'm a car guy. I have quite a few cars. You let a car sit for 313 days, I don't know if it's starting, but you get lucky sometimes. And all the equipment worked. The boom worked, all that. Everything was working. Everything's functional. 313 days. Go right through the gate. Off you go. He takes the now stolen boom trucks to Hooper Avenue. The moon is lit. It's dark. And he paints this long blue line really well, too, right between the two yellow lines. Completely unnoticed on Hooper Avenue. A rather busy road in Toms River, no matter what time of the day. It is pretty busy. And there's a lot of law enforcement and county buildings. Because we're painting the blue line, well, not we, this individual is painting the blue line right down Hooper in front of all the county administration buildings and various other county-related buildings, and not too far from Town Hall. Nobody notices it. He takes the stolen truck, paints the blue line. Not only did he steal the truck and paint the blue line on Hooper Avenue, either before or after, he steals 11 cans of blue paint from Home Depot. Now, he must have some sort of like a spray can gun that you're hanging out the door, or, I don't know how the truck's set up. Maybe he has an arm that goes out because he painted a perfectly straight line. Again, nobody sees him do it. Nobody's seen him steal the 11 cans out of Home Depot. This guy is stealth. I mean, he is a master criminal to be able to do this and go completely unnoticed. The impound yard didn't notice him. Nobody in Toms River noticed him. Nobody from the county. We're painting this blue line down Hooper Avenue in front of all the county buildings. Nobody noticed it. And Home Depot. Nobody notices. He steals 11 cans of blue paint. After painting the blue line to honor law enforcement, this perpetrator parks the now stolen his own truck that he stole out of the impound yard that was there for 313 days. He goes to Town Hall in Toms River and parks the stolen boom truck in Mayor Mo Hill's parking spot. Parks it right in Mo's spot. Then extends the boom and blocks the lot so nobody can get in. Again, all this is unnoticed. Nobody. Everybody's like this. This was so well timed, Falcon, the Winter Soldier, and Zemo couldn't have timed it out better. It was like the great jailbreak. And if you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. All right, we'll pick this up when we come back. You're watching the Toms River Show. There they are. There's Winter Soldier, Zemo, and Falcon. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back.
Hudson Regional Hospital, we promise to be prepared for your emergency.
We promise to provide world-class robotic surgical care.
We promise to treat you like family.
To provide accurate diagnostic care.
To provide the most innovative orthopedic care at your doorsteps.
We promise to treat your baby like our own.
To never stop investing in the best of spinal care.
To be with you every step of the way.
Here at Hudson Regional Hospital, we promise to take care of our community.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintoproperties.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. Tom Dripper Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Like I said, amazing job painting this blue line, and everything he did, every step he took, completely unnoticed. Like he was invisible. The guy's a social hero. We respect people like that, who can do that completely unnoticed, plan it all out, not get busted until like the next day. Great job. On his law enforcement. TR battle lines are set here for the Ward Council election. What is it? I think it's June 8th is the primary. You have two tickets. You got Team Mo and Team Rodrick. Councilman Dan Rodrick and, of course, Mayor Mo Hill. On Mayor Mo Hill's team, now we didn't have pictures for everybody. There's Mayor Mo of Team Mo. He is going with Planning Board Chair, so you probably know all these names, David Sarkozy, Zoning Board Member Jason Crispin, James Quinslink, and my buddy, the council president, Maria Maruca. She's been there a long time, a great public servant. I don't know the other people, but I tell you, Mo may have to talk to these, especially the people, the guy that's chairman of the planning board and a zoning board member. As you come into the election cycle through November, you may want these individuals to abstain or take a leave of absence from their zoning and planning board. Or you just know there could be, situations that wouldn't appear to be in the best public interest if they were voting on projects where somebody may have donated $100, $600, what have you. There could be a conflict of interest. There could be shades of corruption. So it's better that two of these individuals who are serving on the planning and the zoning board take a leave of absence until after their elections, provided they make it through the primary and into the general election. And on Team Dan Rodrick, who is your councilman here in Toms River running for re-election. If you remember, Dan won in the Democratic sweep of the Democrats here in Toms River almost 4 years ago now, where they took 3 of the 4 seats. Only Maria Maruca won, and that was by the skin of her teeth. I think she won by like 208 votes. On Team Rodrick, of course, you got Dan's running, and we don't have pictures on everybody. Justin Lamb, guy's a police officer and a lawyer. Grace Piscopo, I don't know if she's related to Joe Piscopo, SNL great. And John Loyarkana, he's well known here in Toms River. I think pretty sure he ran for election before. These are the teams that will be facing off in the Toms River GOP primary. Again, Mo Hill started his own group, Toms River Republican Club. Supplementing and replacing, actually, the 35-year-old regular Toms River Republican Club. Now, One name you don't hear in this mix, you got Mo Hill's team and Dan Rodrick's team, is George Gilmore's team. Where is George? Did George just put his tail between his legs and go off into the darkness, defeated, after Mo Hill and Frank Holman short-circuited his plans at the Toms River Republican Club? I don't think so. But what what George Gilmore is, he's a political genius. Now, George, I really doubt, is going to waste his time and money in the GOP primary. What he will do, and I'm pretty sure I'm predicting this correctly, he will run a ticket of independent GOPs after the primary, and he will run an independent slate against whoever the eventual winners are of the GOP primary. Now, I guess everybody's going to hope to sweep. That is possible. I would not discount Dan Rodrick, because everybody's going to say, well, the Mo Hill ticket. Mo Hill, in his election, he probably was the one that had to scrape by the most. His at-large candidates, one walking away. So the Mo Hill name, he's got to prove it. He's going to have to prove it to see if he can get his ward council people across the line. That'll show the power of the office of the mayor, of the office of Mo Hill, the mayor. Can he bring his line across? We'll see. I'm sure we'll do the candidate debates here as we did in the past. I don't know how many we'll do at a time. We got 4. You're not going to do 8 people at a time, so we'll probably do one-on-ones and maybe a top of 2 on 2 and 2. But don't discount George Gilmore. He's a political genius. And you watch. He'll run an independent slate after the primary. All right, you're watching the Toms River Show. We'll be right back.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. Toms River Show here. Pat O'Melia, you there? As I mentioned in the opening, I've been trying to patronize businesses on Route 37. I just went to the Couple House. I strongly recommend the Couple House if you want to get a nice sub sandwich, salad. They got soups. They have nice breakfast menu. Also, I'm a car guy. And one of the best things I can do and where I can show my expertise is working with the automotive people here in Toms River. Now, I've had brakes done at the AAA. They did okay. I had no problems there. I had an exhaust system put on my Jeep recently at Midas. They did a fine job. The pricing was okay. I kind of like to supply my own parts, but can't do that all the time. I've had work done at Coast Transmission here on Route 37 with Al. Al's done fine. I'm trying to think of all the places. I just had work done at Lester Glen on my Jeep. Turned out we had an issue with an arcing on the solenoid on my Jeep. I thought it was a problem with the ignition switch. I was wrong. It was the arcing on the solenoid. So they fixed the arcing problem, and you pay $170 that goes towards the repair for an inspection that's done. And they came up, and I did a brake job on a Jeep when I got it 2 years ago. They said, your brakes, they're starting to get low. Well, 2 years, normally I don't ride the brakes, so I get a long time out of brakes. But, anything's possible, and I do not use cheap brake pads or rotors. And again, I have my work predominantly done at Goya in Jersey City on Jefferson and Central Avenue, and Mario allows me to bring my parts. I get the best possible brake parts. I get the best possible rotors. Any part I'm getting the best possible part, whether it's a Delco or Motorcraft, like if I'm doing work on the Lincoln, it'll be Motorcraft parts that I can get from Bywise Auto or Stevens Ford in Jersey City. Make sure I get the best possible parts. Don't take any knockoffs. Be very careful when you're ordering online because there's a lot of counterfeit parts there, a lot of it manufactured in Japan. So I like to supply my own parts, and Mario has no problem with that. But I've been trying to deal with a lot of the automotive places on Route 37. Now, Lester Glenn, as I was saying, they do this inspection, and then they tell you everything that's wrong with your car. There was some sort of a boot on the impeller shaft, on the drive shaft that was missing. I didn't even know there's supposed to be a boot there. And it was some other minor stuff. I authorized the repair on the cell, and it was reasonably priced. For a dealership, it was quite reasonably priced. And when I picked up the car, I signed off on the invoice. I paid ahead of time, contactless payment. And they didn't give me the inspection report. So they wanted to send a little survey, and I said I'd like the inspection report, and there's some sort of a conflict as to why they won't give me the inspection report. Probably is because they don't want me having those repairs done somewhere else. But I also do a lot of my own repairs. I do my own oil changes. I do a lot of repairs. So let me see what you found, and I'll put it on my list of things to do. I would recommend Lester Glenn. I'll keep you posted on the inspection. Who I may not recommend is Matt Platt, Kia, on Route 37. Young guy brings his car in. He's having a problem with the Kia Soul 2015, losing a lot of oil. It's not blowing blue smoke, and it's not leaking anywhere. He recently put a catalytic converter on, which was contaminated by oil. There was a problem with the engine. It was a class action lawsuit. Kia finally acknowledged there was a problem with the engine. Kid brings the car in at Matt Black 7 weeks ago. They tear the engine down. There's a problem with the number 3 piston. It had to do with the piston ring, I believe it was. They said it wasn't related to the warranty. They want to charge the kid to take his engine apart, then put it together. I got involved. I do a lot of consumer stuff. Spoke to the service manager there, a gentleman named Holland. We went over the problem. I'm looking at a diagram of the piston rings and how it connects to the piston. Looks like a warranty issue to me. So I challenged them on the determination that the problem with the piston was not part of the warranty. And they obviously they took the challenge up. And they contacted Kia corporate, and 7 weeks later, let me fast forward to this, we're still waiting at this point, where we waited till this week to find out the determination. And 7 weeks, this car sat. 7 weeks, this kid was inconvenienced with not having his car. His car was in a state of disassembly, his engine was, as we waited for Kia corporate to come in. Then there was a whole slew of reasons why Kia corporate, they couldn't communicate because their computers were down. Turns out Kia was hacked. There was one of those malware deals there. Then we had to wait for a zone guy or an inspector guy to come down and look at the engine and make a determination. Again, 7 effing weeks have gone by that this kid, no car, this is the only car he has, so he has to rent one. Eventually, he decided to buy another car as he's waiting for determination here. Well, let me break the commercial. I'll pick this story up on the other side. You're watching the Tom Rivers Show. I'll be right back.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, located right off of NJ 440 North. Across the Hudson Mall is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Check out Ford's latest models like the 2020 Ford Fusion with its stylish looks and hybrid options, or the unparalleled high-performance 2020 Ford Mustang. The 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor is ready for those rugged off-road terrains with trail control. Need a mid-sized truck for your towing and hauling? The 2020 Ford Ranger will deliver. The 2020 Ford Escape is a luxury SUV that was made for comfort and adventure on the go. Returning is Ford's legendary Bronco, which takes you back to the true meaning of off-roading. They are now available for pre-order in our showroom or on our website. Let us help you find your next vehicle. Stevens Jersey City Ford, 201-432-7272.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Again, we're talking about Matt Black Kia in Tom's River. Again, 7 weeks of inconvenience and all sorts of reasoning for it. We're waiting for the zone inspector. We're waiting for this guy to come. We're waiting for the supervisor to come. Somebody's got to make a determination. Earlier this week, determination is made that the car's problems are not related to the warranty, which I think is BS, so I'm going to challenge that. The kid picked up the car today. Basically, it lived home. It can't go more than 45. It's running rough, but it's been sitting there for 7 weeks. The problem I have with this is how Kia is handling this, and I'm going to throw Matt Black Kia in there too. I'm going to go deep dive into this during the week. 7 weeks this car sat out there. You want to talk about bad customer service? Think of anything you had to wait 7 weeks for somebody to come and make a friggin' determination on as to what the condition of your car is. This isn't 1 week, you take a couple Ubers here and there. 7 weeks, the kid's borrowing cars, taking Ubers, copping rides where he can. Eventually, I got to buy a car. I can't keep waiting. 7 weeks. This is just deplorable customer service. And this goes on both ends. This goes on the dealer with Matt Black Kia saying, the kid's car's out there for 7 weeks, sitting out there as we wait to make a determination. Now, keep in mind, they made an immediate determination, not warranty related, until I challenge them. I'm going to challenge them again because this is absolutely horrible customer service. Now, I'm going to talk to Kia Corporate, then I'm going to talk to Matt Black Kia. I'll make you aware what the results of this is. But as it stands right now, I would be real iffy about dealing with Kia and, by association, Matt Black Kia. So I'll keep you informed as this goes forward. Lester Glenn, go ahead. Hopefully I get the report, but they're probably concerned I'm going to have somebody else do the repairs. But I'm pretty much sure I'll get the report on that. Quick hits. There's an idea kicking around in Trenton about doing COVID-19 tests on the boardwalk in the Jersey Shore. It's the last thing we need. We want to get so far away from COVID. I want to get on the boardwalk. I want to get on the beach. Start enjoying our lives again. We didn't do any of that last year. Last thing I need is any more COVID testing. And for that matter, unless you're feeling sick, I'm not even sure why you would get COVID tested. Just go get your vaccination. For that matter, I've not been vaccinated yet. I'm going to see if I can get it done this week. Actually, I would like to film it. Probably get it done in the other studio so you can see on how simple this is, how easy it is to get it done. I'm sure you've seen a lot of the video of this, but you'll see an actual guy doing it. Everything is going to be open this summer in Seaside Heights. They're preparing now. I've seen them working on the streets. Concerts will be in place. Everything on the beach is open. All their normal events. Seaside Heights is ready, so put it on your calendar. Overnight, for a weekend, a week. Might have a place you want to rent. Dave Scott's stand, the general merchandise stand at the Coin Castle, probably the best stand on the boardwalk, is no more. It is now a candy stand. Dave Scott's there, but it's all about candy. That is probably the best stand that was on the boardwalk, my favorite stand. Now it's gone because it takes a lot to manage that. You got to hit, buying the mixers and whatever general appliances. And hopefully, we're going to have the return of the Shore Show this year. We didn't do it last year because of COVID-19. I certainly want to do it this year, taping on the boardwalk on the stage on Franklin Street. I'm at a show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.